And what is the best dirt bike size for motocross? Hey guys, Rado here. Many of you are asking me these questions on comments and also through the emails. You're asking what bike to buy. You are somewhat maybe beginner on the track. You want to get a dirt bike and start riding a motocross track, or you already ride and you're asking what to get next. I am in your shoes. Maybe I'm a couple years ahead of you, but not that much. I started riding dirt bikes like 5 or 6 years ago and started riding motocross maybe 4 years ago, little more regularly. So I'm really fresh into the sport, and I want to show you and give you my perspective today. In the last year and a half, I've ridden around 25 bikes on a motocross track. So let's go for one lap riding a bunch of bikes, and then we'll get back here and talk a little bit. First of all, let me just say that 450 four-stroke dirt bikes will always be too much for me and for majority of you guys watching this video. It's just a fact. It's too much bike, it's too fast, and it's not really helping you to improve. It's not helping you to become safer rider. The way I see it when I ride a motocross, I want to become faster and safer at the same time. You know, it's not difficult to twist the throttle on 450 and hit the jump. That everybody can do that. What's really difficult is to be fast and safe at the same time. So that's what I'm trying to accomplish, and that's why you will never see me on another 450 MX bike. And when I started 5 years ago, I thought that I'm a little bigger guy, so I thought I need a bigger bike. So I bought RMZ 450. And I rode that on a track. That was my first bike that I ever ridden on a track, and I thought it's great. Until I tried something smaller, until my my understanding of the sport became a little bit better, then I understood that 450 is too much, and I probably will never be ready for that speed. So I sold my 450, and I don't think I'm ever gonna go back on 450 motocross bike. So I spent a lot of time on 250. And there is a good reason I went back to 250, and I think the majority of you guys can go and do that step. It's a really good bike to start on. If you want to improve, if you're starting riding motocross, 250 is safe and also will help you to it's safer and will help you to work on your skills. So I went from 450 right away to 250 four-stroke. I lost like maybe 20 horsepower, but I actually gained on the speed. Yeah, I gained on the speed. I became faster. When I was watching my lap time on a 450 and then on a 250, I actually make better lap times because I wasn't so afraid to twist the throttle. I wasn't so afraid to go a little bit faster and when I did some mistake, the 250 wouldn't punish me as much as 450. Like if you do whiskey throttle on 450, when you land after the jump and you do whiskey throttle, many times you just fly off the berm and you crash. It's just a not good thing to have that much power. So 250 didn't get me into the kind of trouble. 250 helped me to work on those skills, and even if I did a mistake, it wouldn't punish me as badly as some more powerful bikes. So I spent 1 or 2 seasons on 250. I had RMZ 250, I had YZ 250F, I spent some time on KTM 250. I had different bikes that I had for review. Some of them I kept for a little longer, and I really enjoyed that time. It was the time where I think I improved quite a bit. And coming from this faster bike into a slower bike to 250, and I could ride a wet track. I'm the wet rider. I'm not fast. I'm maybe somewhere in novice level. I can hit everything on a wet track, which I think many of you guys watching this video are probably at the same level. So I think we are talking to the same group of people here. So I was on a 250. So I think 250 is a really good bike if you are kind of getting your feet wet and you want to get into the sport and you want to become better and stay as safe as possible at the same time. So 250 I had for like 2 years. But then I started riding 270s. That you put big bore on 250, it becomes 270, a big bore and different cams, different exhaust system. So it's not a stock 250 anymore. And that extra power you get from all that you did, I love that. You know, that extra power, it just worked a little bit better for me, and you know, clutch that thing and come out of the turns and hitting the jumps. So the 250 with slightly bigger bore felt much better than just the stock 250. So I understood and I realized that yeah, I can handle a little more power, just a little more, and I can be a little more smoother and faster and still, you know, keep the safety kind of at the same level. So then I've ridden those 270s and I like them. The problem with 270 is that it costs extra money. If you get 250, to make it this good running 270, you need to spend some money for the big bore, the piston, you know, maybe you need different ignition, you need vortex, you need some cams. So it does cost some money to bring that bike up to the level where you really like it. So after that, I jumped on 350, and at this point today, as we sit here, this is the ideal motocross bike for me. I love the power, I love the handling, I love the power delivery, how the bike feels. I think is what I need at this time. I can still ride 250 and clear all the jumps we have there on the bed track, but this just gives me that extra, you know, excitement when I ride. It has this extra power that is not too much. It's not 450. It still feels right in between 450 and 350. 450 and 250. So it feels lighter in your hands. It will not get you into troubles, but it has that extra power, and you don't need to do anything to it. You get it stuck, you can pretty much ride it, and it's good to go. So these 350 engines, I think this is an ideal size. It is a really great size for majority of the guys, and more people I'm seeing on the track are riding 350s, and even coming down from 450 down to 350, or if they are at 250s, they want to upgrade a little bit higher. So 350 has everything I would ever need on a motocross track. I am still not using the potential of the bike, but what I'm using, I'm really enjoying. You know, I can clear the jumps, no problem here. I can be a little bit faster in the turns, and it just makes a lot of sense for me to have 350. So 350 is my choice for the motocross. But here on this side, I want to talk about a very important point, and this I just realized this year, since I got this bike in 2020, and I took it on a track, and I was amazed how amazing this bike feels on the track, how much fun I had on this bike, and also how not easy it was to ride this bike to the point where I was clearing the jumps and having fun. So that pushed me to become a better rider. On 125, bike is not forgiving. You cannot just roll the power on as you see that something is coming. You need to think ahead. You need to do your line selection. You need to keep the momentum. You need to enter the turns a little bit faster than before, because you cannot just gain the speed easily when you go on the gas. You kind of need to be on the pipe almost all the time. You try to achieve that, right? So on 125, the way you ride that bike, it's just so much fun, and it definitely helps you to build your skills. So right now I have these two bikes, and I want to keep it that way. 350, it's for my majority of the riding on the motocross track. I go there, I do my 1 hour riding, like 2-3 motos, and I come back home with a big smile on my face, and mission is accomplished. But sometimes I feel like I want to keep it pinned, and I want to go and try to hone those skills and enter the turns a little bit faster and work on it. So this 125 is really great for that. I feel like if I only have one of these bikes, it would not be complete. So now having 125 and 350, it really complements each other, and I really feel good having this combo. So you guys, I would highly suggest to you, if you are on a 4-stroke dirt bike, you ride it and you want to work on your skills, this 125 I think is the best way to get better at riding, because there is no way that you can cheat on this bike. You need to be on it. You need to keep the momentum. You need to keep the speed. You need to be in the right gear. You need to clutch it where you're supposed to clutch it, and you need to stay off the brakes as much as possible. Like on this bike, after I rode this bike for a few months on the track, I realized that I got much faster on my 350, and you guys saw it also on the videos you commented, because I was used to getting more speed and going into the turns without touching the brakes. I was used to entering the turn into higher speed and then coming out of the turn faster like that. And before, I would just brake way too much before the turn, and it was just slowing me down altogether, and it just wasn't so smooth. You go from high speed to low speed, high speed to low speed. But on this 125, it helped me to stay somewhat in that higher speed almost all the time on the track and try to have a better flow. I think that's the key. To be good on the track, don't go like crazy aggressive, but try to have a flow and be smooth rider. So this 125 really helped me to get that flow. And now when I take these skills, don't get me wrong, I'm not there yet. I'm not a great rider, but I learned something on this 125. So if I get these skills that I learn a little bit and I take it and ride my 350 with it, I'm faster, I'm safer, I am enjoying it way more than before. I'm getting these turns and jumps and everything faster than before and safer, because I know what's gonna happen. It's just so different. Before I was just somehow hitting those jumps, but after I ride more and after I spend some time on 125, I think it just helps a lot. It helps tons to improve your skills. So I don't know what your mission is, but my mission is to still get better. I want to get better rider and safe and fast rider. That's what I want to get. I'm not sure I'm gonna be hitting a main track the way I'm hitting the wet track. I don't know, because I don't ride that much. I think you need to stay in the motocross stage of a mind at least twice a week to be able to really ride these big tracks and hit all these big step ups and all the big jumps to be really confident. I'm confident enough to hit everything on a wet track, but if I go on a main track, I have a respect. Riding that track, there are like 3-4 jumps that I would just land somewhere in the middle. I would not even attempt to clear that. Sometimes it's fine, but sometimes there are fast guys behind me and I don't want anybody to land on me. So I choose to ride the wet track, and I have really fun there. But at the same time, I'm trying to get better and still getting better. And I'm trying to improve and get on the main track as I get better. So these are my 2 cents. Yeah, there behind me is 300, because that's just the best size. I'm gonna have a video comparing this to some other bikes soon, but that's just the best size for off-road riding. It has everything you need that you will ever need. Really, it pulls hills, slow technical riding, everything. It's just a great bike, great package. And 17 plus KTM Huskies, they have this counterbalance or no vibration, great electric start, good suspension done by Racetech. So I really love that bike. That's really what I need right now. I have another 300 2012, but that bike is right now with Dirt Bike Magazine, the Slovakia build I finished. They are doing their testing, so it's not here in the picture, but it's my bike and I'm gonna get it back soon. All right, my friends, so this is how I see it. If you are just starting, 252 stroke is a good way to go, and then when you get a little bit faster, get on 350. I think 350 is probably the final station for majority of us weekend warriors. You have all the fun you need, and you are staying relatively safe. And if you want to work on your skills and just have a lot of fun and smile ear to ear, to get 125 2-stroke, keep that thing wide open, run into those turns without hitting the brakes, and just scream on the track, on the wet track. You feel like you're going 100 miles an hour. It feels amazing when you clutch it right and you come screaming out of the turn. I never had this much fun on a bike than I had on this 125. So if this goes back to Yamaha, I'm definitely gonna get my own 125. I do a little build, and I want to keep this combo 125 2-stroke and 350 4-stroke, because I think this is the best combination for myself, and I think for majority of you guys watching this video as well, for our motocross riding. All right, my friends, well, let me know below in the comments what you think of my conclusions here, about my logic. This is what I think, what I feel after 5 years riding motocross. This is where I'm at, and I think that's where I'm gonna stay probably. I'm not gonna become like way better. I'm already in that age where you can do little steps, but you cannot make like a huge leap like teenagers or kids. You know, they have no fear, no concept of, you know, getting hurt. They will just go on it, they will go gnarly, and they will get really good and will be able to manage bikes at higher speed. I see myself pushing that limit little by little, so I'm comfortable to manage the bike in a little bit higher speed, but the steps are really slow. So let's see how much longer I can be pushing this you know, bar higher and these steps forward. Let's see where I can get, but I think the goal is to stay safe and to have a lot of fun at the same time. So let me know again below in the comments what you think. What is your take on this this whole thing, you know, best size for the motocross. And don't forget, whatever you do, stay motivated. See you guys later.